This video will be a walkthrough of the Treasure Hunt Session 3 quests. So to start, I need this piece of equipment, the Machado. It's a type of axe. And here we have the list. If I right click it, I see the name S1, S3. That's Treasure Hunt Season 1, Session 3. So the number one treasure is a magic carpet. And as I look down, I can see the base items that I'll need to craft this carpet. So let's get started. I'm gonna try to find a piece of wood from this tree using my axe. Oops. Ah, there we go. That's not a piece of wood, but it is something I'm going to need later. Okay. So now I have to find the carpenter. And if you haven't played these quests yet, and you see this video, unfortunately, the quests had to be replaced with the next session's quest. So this video is both to demonstrate what's possible when it comes to making quests in Manyland and to preserve these ideas in case I want to revisit them in the future. Because I don't always remember what I design. Okay. So he told me I could find palm wood from the trees using my axe, in case I didn't know that. And now if I give him a verbal command, he will craft the items I need. There we go. I also need a comb. And I need cork. And I know I need a ladle, because I'm going to need that later on. And let's see, I wonder if there's anything else that I missed. Ah, I need a gancho, or gancho, he makes that. And those might be the only items out of wood, so gancho. He'll make me one if he inspects my axe and I give him some yarn. But I don't have any yarn, so I'm going to have to come back once I do. So up here we have the mulberry trees. And this NPC told me to just use my Machado. You can frequently find clues and hints if you just say the name of what you're looking for. And if they don't respond, then you have to use other forms of reasoning and look for clues in the way the area is set up. So I actually need that berry, so I have to keep... There we go. Okay. And since I'm on this side of the island, I know that I need a bottle, and he will trade it to me in exchange for this purple berry. And I hit space. There we go. And I know that I need some petals from these flowers. And he would have told me that I needed to use the shears if I didn't know that beforehand. And this guy will sell me a silkworm. Oops. So I also just did a body motion. That's why my character is spinning away. Okay. There we go. And that will unlock the remainder of the quest items that I need. The theme this week was fiber, specifically silk fiber. So now that we have a silkworm, we can start producing silk. And if you didn't know how to do this, the NPC to the right in the blue dress would have explained it in detail. So now I have my cocoon. And before I can get thread, I have to give some alcohol to this NPC. And that allows me to use her cooking pot. And then if I use a ladle, I can get raw silk thread. And if I continue doing this, I'll also get the caterpillar from the cocoon, which is one of the treasures on the list. But there was only a... There we go. I think it was a 25% chance. Okay. So it goes pretty fast when you already know what to do, but if you didn't know and you didn't have any clues, you'd have to gather all this information from the NPCs and from the names of the treasure. So to make yarn, I have to put it on the spinning wheel, and then I actually have to spin. There we go. And to make silk, you have to put the yarn on the loom and then weave. And what I did is, if I precede the word with the action, with the slash, it becomes an action. And I can draw a body motion for each action keyword that I want. But before I can make the dyed silk, I actually need dye, and I need bleach. So I have to get a bucket of water, and that was one item I forgot to have the carpenter make me. It was a bucket. Wooden bucket. Okay. There we go. Sometimes you have to ask a few times to get the NPC to respond correctly. And with my bucket equipped, all I had to do was press space in the water, and now I have a bucket of water. So to use the oven, I have to first add wood. And I also need to give the oven my glass bottle. If I add a blue petal, it'll get me the blue dye. And the red petal will give me red dye. And then if I combine the two, I can get violet dye. Alright. And then all I need to make bleach is the bucket of water. And now I'm almost ready. So I have bleach. And now I have bleached silk. And I'm going to give him the bleached silk and the violet dye to make the carpet. But I forgot that he's going to... Okay, so this one's stuck, which happens. That was a problem I had because on my end when I programmed the NPC. So I'll try using this one up here. And now that I have violet silk, she will make me a carpet. And if I collect that, I have to give it back to her and tell her the magic words in order to get a magic carpet. And one of the goblin NPCs would have given me the magic words if I listened to its story. And the last treasure from this week was potpourri, which this pig would have made me. There we go. So now I have all the treasures that were on the list for session 3. And there you have it. That was the walkthrough, and I hope this was helpful and informative.